Good morning, students. Today we study about ad hoc on-demand distance vector routing protocol. In last lecture we studied about the DSR protocol. So what is the major difference between AODV and DSR? That is, in DSR a data packet carries the complete path to be traversed. So in DSR a path is established through which the data packets to be traversed, where in AODV nodes store the next hop information, so it is called the hop by hop routing. So in AODV the data packets to be carried as hop by hop for each data flow, so it is called the AODV or hop by hop routing. So whenever a packet transferred from source to destination, so before the data packet flow, the route request packet in AODV carries to establish the route between the source and destination. So first of all, the route request packet in AODV carries the following information. Which information is? First one is the source identifier, that is source ID, that identifies the source from which the data route request packet to be sent. This route request packet establish a path between the source and the destination. So the another that carries by the route request packet another data is the destination identifier, that is called dest ID. This identifies the destination to which the route is required. So it contains the destination ID at which the data packet to be sent. The next one is the source sequence number. So this route request packet also contains the source sequence number. The destination sequence number indicates the freshness of the route. So if the multiple copies exist on the path, then that copies are removed. Only fresh copy, or we say the single copy of the data packet to be traversed. Next is the broadcast identifier is used to discard multiple copies of the same route request. So this broadcast ID also stored, broadcast identifier also stored into the packet. So if the multiple packets, multiple copies are traversed on the same route request, then that packets are discarded. So next is the time to leave, that is TTL. It is very much useful. So TTL must be counted whenever a route request packet is traversed, and if that packet is not received by source within a particular time limit, then the packet is discarded and again the route request packet is to be sent. So this time to leave TTL, this is used to not allow loops. So the AODV protocol performs the following functions. The first of all, when a node does not have a valid route to destination, a route request is forwarded. We also studied that this is a hop by hop counting protocol. So if in the source and between the source and destination, if a valid route is not performed, then a route request packet is to be forwarded. The next one is when intermediate node receives a route request packet, two cases are possible. Okay, the first one is if it does not have a valid route to destination, the node forwards it. Okay, if it has a valid route, the node prepares a route reply message. So if it does not have a valid route to destination, then just node, what does the node do? It just forward that particular packet, and if there is a valid route then the node prepares a root reply message. If the root request is received multiple times, the duplicate copies are discarded, and this is determined by comparing broadcast ID and source ID pairs. So initially we studied that what the broadcast ID do. If on the same path, if multiple copies of the packets are broadcasted, then it remove that or it discard that packet. So in which way these are compared, or these are determined that multiple copies are transmitted on the same route that is determined by the comparison of broadcast ID and source ID pairs. When root request is forwarded, the address of previous node and its broadcast ID are stored, so that are needed to forward packets to the source. Every time whenever a data packet traversed a node, its address is stored into the data packet, or root reply is not received before a time expires, then the entry is deleted. So TTL works here. If before the expiry time TTL, if the root reply path is not received, then the entry is discarded. Either destination node or intermediate node responses with valid root. When root request is forwarded back, the address of previous node and its broadcast ID are stored that are needed to forward packets to the destination. So here is the example of AODV protocol. Here this is the root request, destination sequence number is 5, source sequence number is 2. At node 8 the destination sequence number is 3, and at node 9 the destination sequence number is 7. So if there is a break occurred, then what happened? And node are notified by here. If the link between node 1 to 7 is break, then what does it do? And node are notified by unsolicited root reply with hope count to infinitive. Hope count set to infinitive. Then and node deletes entries and establish a new path using broadcast ID. And link status is observed using the link level because or link level acknowledgement packets. So here for each sending packets, here acknowledgement packet is received. If the acknowledgement packet is not received, then that means the link is broken. So this is all about the AODV protocol. Thank you.